Now, folks, just a couple extra thoughts from me. It's not enough that Donald Trump romped to victory in 14 out of 15 Super Tuesday primary states last night. And he's going to wrap up the GOP nomination in a couple weeks. And really, a year or two ago, wait a second, a year or three ago, virtually no one, honestly expected any of this to happen. It's a comeback. It's a comeback for the ages. Remember, he also won crushing victories in Iowa and New Hampshire and South Carolina and Michigan before last night. So, no, it's not enough for pundits to keep trying to chip away at the former president's achievement by getting into this dog chases tail argument about unifying the Republican Party. Of course he will unify the Republican Party. He said so last night. In his speech last evening at Mar-a-Lago, he said, and I'll quote, "We want to have unity, and we're going to have unity, and it's going to happen very quickly." And then his money line, and I'm going to quote again, "And I have been saying lately, success will bring unity to our country," end quote. That's just so important. Now, with all respect to Nikki Haley's voter totals, they were disproportionately not Republican voters. And there's always been a small sliver of the sort of remaining Mitt Romney, John McCain, GOP establishment that never liked Donald Trump in the first place. And certainly, Trump will reach out once again, even to that sliver. Count on it. But for the broader electorate, the New York Times Siena poll showed that of those that voted for Mr. Trump in 2020, 97% expect to vote for him again this year, which is a huge number. And of those that voted for Biden in 2020, only 83% expect to vote for him again. So if anything, kind of looks like it's Joe Biden that has a unity problem, especially when you analyze the Democratic Party primaries. Democrats not voting for Biden, well, you know, they range from 36% New Hampshire, 29 Minnesota, 19 in Michigan, 17 in Massachusetts, and on and on. It's a very, very big number. And then Newt Gingrich writes today that the new Trump coalition is breaking up the old Franklin D. Roosevelt Democratic coalition of minorities, Jews, working folks, and small businesses. That's exactly the new Trump coalition. And that's the unifying element that so many pundits don't seem to understand. The reason Joe Biden's losing right now, at least in the polls, I know polls aren't votes, but in the polls, is lower and middle income working folks have taken a big pay cut when accounting for the ravages of inflation. But those very same groups had a big pay increase under Mr. Trump. And they remember that. In today's Wall Street Journal, interesting, Jason Riley talks about the New York Times Siena survey showing his black support, this is Trump's black support, ticking all the way up to 23%. And among Hispanics, 46%, compared to Joe Biden's 40%. Now, in 2020, Biden won the black vote 92-8, and the Hispanics 59-38. So when you look at those, are gigantic changes. Now, the affordability crisis is taking its toll. Working class folks, whether they be white or black, or brown, Asian, female, male, young, old, all of them want a pay raise, not the Biden pay cut. Now, Mr. Jason Riley, who is a friend, is not a supporter of Donald Trump's. Nonetheless, Jason points out that during the Trump years, the lowest percentiles of earners, of which minorities make up a greater share, they had the biggest percentage gains in weekly income. Now, if you add that to a tough policy to close the border, a major concerted effort to stop crime and lawlessness throughout the country, and some common sense strategies to restore our reputation abroad, you've got the makings of a Trump victory based on successful policies and a newly united, proud America. That's how this game could be playing out.